Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Surviving the Aftermath, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Another thing that I could do is, alright, let's fix the tent that got damaged. This one got damaged as well. The guard tower, I believe, took damage. And then let's set our food gatherers to work the zone that has a bunch of dead beetles and the dead bear. So they'll automatically acquire the cockroaches and the prime meat from the fighting. They don't just have to get berry bushes. They can get whatever resources that you have. There we go. Our guard had cleared out all the remaining beetles there. And if I go to the living beings overlay here, I can very quickly scan for any additional. So there's two... Oh, no, those are children. I don't... So there's two deer here, but they're non-hostile. And I think that's... Okay, nope, there's two more rat beetles over there, but I'm not going to take them on just yet because the guard that's in this tower is a little wounded. So I'm going to wait until they're healed up a bit more. Okay, you guys clearly voted community, so I will invest in community. And that would be the bunk beds to upscaled tents. That costs 175 research to get done. Very worthwhile tech, in my opinion. So, thank you for that.
What you need? Sure thing.
And we're going to move our specialists into position to start fighting the rats.
Locked and loaded.
So I'm going to have Big Nate start fighting them. And as you can see, she has a slight advantage. The balance of power is not quite 50-50. But as soon as Spicy Jazz joins in 12 hours, it will be very clearly our advantage. You can have multiple specialists fight in one fight. Let me change the radio now that it's been a while. Hear the different soundtracks. Oh, my water well got damaged as well. Making sure there's nothing else. Okay, I think we're good. And the scrapper is done. So let's set the scrapper's work area to be here where the two metal piles are and hire two scrappers because I want metal quickly. Metal's going to be a really nice resource to unlock a lot of cool features. So the sooner I can get it, the better. And I'm going to expand my water well network a little bit more as well. Well, as well. Oh boy. I'm going to put one a well here at 93% efficiency. So two more wells. I'm just building infrastructure to scale up my population as my pop booms. Preparing for it. Uh-oh, colonist Bessie has mutated. She spent enough time in radiation to become mutated. Oh, and the metal scrapper is having to scrap with the beetles. Uh-oh, and there's an enormous bear over there. Okay, hold on. I need to pause a second and address this. So I'm going to fire all of my plastic recyclers. I'm going to hire someone other than Robin. Because this enormous bear that's lurking here is going to fight me in a second. And then I'm going to send my two guards from the tower over, and then I'm going to send my two gate guards over as well. I don't want to lose anyone to a bear if I can help it. So I have all four of my employed guards moving. Now, these guys are metal scrappers, and as you can see, they are terrible at fighting. When they get hurt, they start to flee, but it is possible to be fighting against something so dangerous that they don't flee in time. There's enemies that you'll see later on that fit that bill, that are so dangerous that even when you're trying to flee, they kill you too quickly. So I might as well clear this bear out now, because I know that my metal scrappers are going to piss this bear off at some point. Yo, you. There we go.
We've made a new discovery.
Oh, even more metal. Heck yeah. All right, here we go. So now that we've cleared that out, I don't need 4 guards. We'll fire that one. And we'll reemploy 2 of them as plastic haulers. Although my plastic is really good right now, so I don't need to worry about that too much. Bunk beds is done, but I'm not gonna use bunk beds. Bunk beds would allow me to upgrade my tent to a crowded tent, but it has a major happiness penalty. So I'd rather build more beds than to piss people off. And the work area for wood is depleted, so I'll move that. Reduce this around my scrap zone. You know, this is fine. I don't actually care about where they're working, but there's so much metal here. I got really lucky. Yeah, that's great. And this guard post is expanded about 65%. So I got lucky. I placed the scrapper here, only seeing 1 metal spot, and I ended up with 4. Whew. RNG. Wonderful RNG.
Engaging hostile. Shoot.
Okay, so Spicy Jazz has just joined the fight against the rats.
Yes.
Fangface is 1 day away from harvesting all the medical supplies out of that crumbling house, which is good because I'm down to 1 medicine back home. There's a lot of random events which will require you to spend 1 medicine for a positive outcome, so it's good to have a stockpile of medicine back home if you can. Otherwise... Okay, so I'm literally out of medicine now. And here comes a random event.
A small girl approaches with watery eyes and snot running from her nose.
Okay, so I can't find my cat. Please, she must have run away. I can't sleep without her, the girl begs, her voice crackling. Combing the nearby woods for cat is an option, but is it really worth it? Yoda, what do you think? Yoda says, find the kitty. And you guys do too. Alright, so 2 colonists got injured in the search for the cat, but people are happy. Everybody gained a little bit of happiness. So, a positive outcome for all but 2. Seeing that we have someone injured, let me open a second medical tent to tend people, because these medical tents can only tend 2 at once, and we have 3 people that need tending to, so I might as well open a second medical tent temporarily. And now we are metal scrapping, so we're producing 16 scrap a day, and some junk as well. And we'll put a production limit on that of 300. So we have a production limit of plastic at 300, I think, as well. Yep. Hey, Xavier. Thanks for the resub. And we're about done researching the upscaled medical tents, or the bed tents. So we should see happiness go up just a tad here in a second.
We've made a new discovery.
All right. So this new discovery reduces the happiness penalty, and we unlock this due to our ideology. So that is because we have the survivalist ideology. Alrighty. And now these tents produce a little bit less unhappiness. Good. Next research. So the choices here are hunting, getting a hunting cabin, If you do resources, I would probably upgrade the recycler and the scrapper to be probably the scrapper to get metal scrap faster, and then plastic and metal scrap faster. If you do infrastructure, it would be water pipes. If you do community, I would go for education. And if you do safety, I would go frontier outposts. Choice is yours. All right, the fight against the rats will be resolved in about 22 hours. And this here, this balance of power is not a chance. Think of it as like civilization. Once we whittle them down, they die. It's not like archers can sink my battleship. Nice. Water wells getting built. We'll have a new specialist coming to our gate in about 3 days' time. Hope it's not another scientist. And now we're down to only 2 people injured. The 2 that searched for the cat, which would be Oliver and Audrey. And they're being treated, so we're good on that front. Here's an example of the outhouse becoming contaminated. So many people have pooed irradiated food that we need to decontaminate it, which then sends one of our haulers, one of our carriers out to go muck it out and clean it up. Now, if we had a maintenance depot, which I suppose I could make, we could do this. We could spare ourselves the micromanagement and kind of do it automatically. So I will add in a maintenance depot, but probably not keep it manned all the time. Okay.
Mission complete.
Fangface done getting all of those medkits. So let's have Fangface go for the basic tools. Finish off the tools from the farm, and then probably also then finish off the decaying houses. Fangface is our scavenger, so she's best at scavenging, so we might as well leave her as scavenging. Funny enough, despite the fact that she's a scavenge specialist, I believe she scavenges at the same rate as Spicy Jazz and Big Nate. So both Big Nate and Spicy Jazz are scientists, which are very good at scavenging as well. You guys want me to research food? Now, I don't have enough science to actually start to do that, but I'll queue it up. So we're going to queue up skinning once I have 100 science to do it. So that's going to require Spicy Jazz or Big Nate to go out to this museum and to get the science for it. This museum has 230 science, so it doesn't really matter which one. I'll send Big Nate likely, because Big Nate's a little more wounded, to go do a passive. And I have to liberate half the farms of the rats. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to kill 3 of these farms up. Probably get the 3 that are closest to my home. You know, that just makes sense. So now that we have done a lot of lumberyard clearing, I'm just going to keep clearing, but at some point I'm going to want to invest in a forester as well. I guess I could start building the forestry and the logging camp. So the logging camp turns wood into firewood for cold events, so that's important to have. And I will place that here. And then we'll also put a forester and place that here. So the forester plants trees back, and the logging camp converts trees into firewood. And I'm probably not going to employ anyone in them just yet, but eventually we're going to want people employed in there. Alright, this fight should be resolved pretty soon. Strange noises coming from the gate. Something about a unique item.
A person wrapped in layers of cloth, rubber, and mud is standing at the gate.
So, I can hand over 15 fish for 200 research, or I could refuse the trade. There's a slight twitch behind their goggles as the colonist approaches. Need things? Trade me? This, I know, is unique, the person says, and starts unpacking a mysterious item laying on a wooden cart, revealing a pristine-looking, bulky computer protected by plates of lead. Okay, everybody wants it. So have your fish, I'll have my research. That's going to allow me to start to get the farming research, or the skinning research, going, and then let me go ahead and ask you about next research. Because we'll unlock skinning, and then if you vote food, I'll probably end up going survivalist skills or basic farming. I'll have you vote between the two, whether I start farming or I hunt better. If you vote resources, we'll get handicraft, which allows me to start to make my own tools and clothing, or alternatively crowbars and recyclable materials. So you'll vote between those two choices. For water, it's just water. For community, I would get education. Education educates children so that they're a little bit more productive. They get an educated trait if they go to school long enough, which makes them more efficient members of the society once they start working. And then if you go safety, I get a frontier outpost. And what frontier outposts allowed me to do is convert one of my specialists into a settler and build settlements out here. So, for instance, if I built a settlement in this sector, I would gain 25 research an hour, or every 12 hours. That's how that works. Alright, I'm going to build this burner. And the logging camp is done. I'm going to keep it closed, because I don't need the firewood just yet. And the battle's won.
We won the battle.
Bandits have been defeated, and I gained 50 wheat and 30 candy bars from the rats. Cool. I'm going to have Spicy Jazz kick off the next battle, and Big Nate will join in 12 hours. And then
Job done.
Fangface finished scavenging the tools, so Fangface is going to head out to the iodine pills here and finish that scavenge as well. People are pretty happy for early game. I'm actually kind of surprised. Usually they're fussier than this, FYI. And I do like my metal income, getting metal early on, and this easy, because I had metal so close to my guard tower, where I had roads already, is honestly choice. I mean, that's just it's just awesome. Alright, so the burner is built, but it only turns on during a winter storm, and it manages itself. Basically what happens is we haul firewood to it, and 4 firewood keeps you warm for 24 hours. I only have 6 firewood in stockpile, but we're about to finish making, well, as soon as I need the wood, I'll be warned about a winter storm ahead of time. I would put someone in logging camp to start cutting wood, planks of wood into firewood. Let's not hire a forester either, because there's plenty of trees around for now. We'll just keep cutting them down for wood.
We've made a new discovery.
So skinning is now done. With skinning done, I'm going to upgrade my hunting cabin into from a trapper to a hunting cabin, and that will start to produce fibers for me, which allows me to turn them into clothing. So while I build that, I'm going to employ both of my trappers as loggers temporarily, just to get a little bit of bump of firewood. Might as well keep them doing something productive. It looks to me like you guys want me to invest in food. So there's two choices on food. I could either... What food to research? I could get the survival skills for 25% bonus in hunting or basic farming. Those are the two that I will offer up. I don't really care about ice fishing just yet. It's possible that I don't even really ever need ice fishing. I can just keep it heated. So, choose between those two. Ruhan, thank you for the follow. Rock on, dude. Cheers. And my hunting cabinet is getting upgraded. Awesome. Now here's my future farmland. This is most of it. Let me show you the soil fertility. So in this soil fertility, there is this plastic hunk of trash here that's obviously blocking some of this farmland, plus it's close to pollution. So the farmland that's functional is really only this swath, because the rest of it is somewhat irradiated, and I don't want to build farms on irradiated soil, because, you know, that's a bit of a problem. Coming out here, let's have Big Nate join Spicy Jazz and fight the next group of rats. And Fangface, start getting the iodine pills, because we are down to 8 iodine pills back home. So now it's warning me to build a cookhouse to combat nutrition. I'm only going to do that if you vote on me to do it, so I'm not worried about that right now. But what that allows you to do is it allows you to cook meals out of raw ingredients for a little bit added nutritional value, but it does require the use of water pipes first. So the cookhouse is here. It's behind basic farming. It's communal eating for a cookhouse, but cookhouses require you to get water pipes first. A cookhouse can't operate without a source of water. And what a water pipes does is it allows you to build a water tower, and a water tower supplies water to buildings that are built around it. So the hunting cabinet is now done. Let's move the work zone back into the forest, and then fire the woodcutters, employ them as hunters, and the hunting cabin can support 3 people. But for now, I'm only going to have 2 working in there, and they're going to start to produce venison and also fiber, which is going to be useful for making my own clothing, because my clothing is down to 7. But I am being warned that Freddy is malnourished. Come on, Freddy. You're fine. Yeah, I could also build over here in this fertile zone as well. Really, any of the fertile zones that are not so far out. Now, I do have some fertile zones like this one unlocked, but this is so far away from my... It's next to a giant source of pollution. It's partially blocked by concrete, and it's really far away from my colony hub. So this would be a bad use of fertile soil to build all the way out there. And it looks like basic farming is going to be the winner. So let me get that going. And that also leads to communal eating, which is useful for combating malnutrition. Now, I am at a science point, so if I want to queue up any more science, I'm going to have to go get it on the map, overland map tile. Which means sending a scientist over to this museum. Baller! B-Baller, thank you for the resub. Communal eating seems like it would help happiness as well. Yeah, it's a little bit happier. It's mostly about the nutritious meals than happiness, though. But it does allow you to stretch your meals a little bit more. It takes 3 raw ingredients to make 6 meals, so it kind of doubles your bang for your buck, which is kind of nice. Oh, I have a maintenance depot that I didn't even know about. Let's fire the dude in the maintenance depot. Getting back another colonist. That can work.
There are survivors at the gate.
Ooh, we have survivors at the gate, so here's a viewer choice. You're about to see the choice here, but it's basically going to be to recruit them or not.
A ragged bunch shuffles slowly towards the gate.
So they are offering, whoa, this scout is interesting. So it's a scout who can move up to 8 action points, which is further than anyone else, and also has an attack of 25, which is remarkably high for a scout to have. So this scout is almost like a fighter, to be honest. And with this scout, named Mingati, will join us 1 adult, 1 child, 3 elders, and some supplies of beef jerky and sturdy clothing. So not a lot of supplies there, but a really good scout. Now, unfortunately, 3 elders means it's just 3 more mouths to feed that don't do work, but the scout might offset the cost, and it seems like you guys agree. So I'll accept it.
We've reached a milestone.
We hit the milestone of Little Town because our population shot up above 25. I had enough houses, I had enough tents already built so that we don't have housing penalties. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have houses for 30. And we're at 27. So let's queue up the giveaway. Good luck. Yep, the raffle timer is live. And I'm actually going to have Mingati stick around the base for a bit, cleaning up the corpses of previously slain foes. It's also very helpful to have someone in your base at all times, because if I get raided by bandits or more animals, it's very helpful to have a specialist at home to help you deal with it, so it's not just the guards in the towers. Oh, speaking of which, this guard post has fully expanded, revealing all that it will ever reveal, so I don't need to employ anyone in it anymore. Alternatively, what I could do is I am going to set up scout towers to my 2 sides here to reveal a little bit more beyond that veil. Von Flaifenhausen, thank you for the sub. And Dennis, thanks for the gifts. And good luck in the raffle.
Yes.
So this scout here, really good combatant, like I said. And I'm going to want them to switch places with one of my scientists soon to get out on the mat tile and do some good, I think. Back to health, back to work. Oh, also, let's put a scout tower deep in the middle, too. 3 new scout towers. What type of dog is Yoda? He is a mix. He is a half Maltese, quarter poodle, and quarter Italian Greyhound. Toy poodle, obviously, as he is, he's tiny. Hi, buddy. And currently my office door is closed, so I can't show you Tusk. So let me actually just pause that redemption, because it would not be possible for Tusk to come into my office. Half lamb too. I know, look at those ears. So we got basic farming. Let me immediately start investing in some farms. So you don't have to, like, you could put farms into yellow soil if you want, but I like to have most bang for my buck. So let's try to get 100% or close to 100% efficient farms. So I'll put one here at 99, 96, that's good enough. Oops, that's not what I meant to click. I want to keep it away from this source of pollution, so let me look at the pollution overlay too. So really no further than this spot to keep the food safe. Otherwise, I'm going to have to continually decontaminate my fields. So we'll put one there as well. And then there's a... There. Mingani, or whatever your name is going to become in a second, is going to come and help clear these berries out so that I can use the land there as well. Hi, buddy. No, my harvesters were not done with the food harvesting just yet. There's still the prime bear carcass. Actually, it's 1 hit point left of that bear carcass, but still technically work to be done there. And we're going to start scouting. Now, I wouldn't have built these scout towers out this far without a specialist at home able to protect, because it can be pretty dangerous. All right, here we go. So here's my farmer, and we have to select the crop. So corn grows fast, but it does not produce a whole lot of yield. Potatoes are more resilient, so they're irradiation and cold resilient. So if you have a storm coming on, you can harvest them partially into the storm. So they're catastrophe resistant, or flax, which is for clothing. I think for now I'm going to plant corn for the quick crop. So we'll queue that up. And good luck in the raffle. It goes to Very Hairy Larry.
Your orders?
Alright, that's not going to fit, so I'm going to do Hairy Larry. Hairy Lair? Okay, no space. Hairy Larry.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a character limit. It's got to be respected.
Yep.
Okay, once this berry bush is gone, I'll put in more farms. It's just blocking. Alright, so now the bear carcass is depleted, and I'll move the work area to include these. And if you're wondering, these corpses never decay. They just stay there until you harvest them. So it's not time sensitive. There's no decomposition. There's no decay. Get to it when you get to it. So I'll plant potatoes in this field. And then I do want a flax field because I have 17 fibers, and that's not a lot of fiber in order to start making clothing. I'm also going to ask a favor of you guys, if you can remember. When I have catastrophes coming, like winter storms, radiation storms, etc., remind me to harvest my fields, because I'm really bad at it. I'm really, really, really bad at remembering to do that.
All cleaned up.
Okay, so Fangface here has clothing, tools, medicine, and iodine pills. Let's send her home.
Okay.
And I'm going to have Fangface actually be a homebody, and I'm going to send Very Hairy Larry, who is a really good scout, to start scouting the upper world, the outer world. This is all map tile. And then Fangface will help to clean up these berry bushes. So, let's get you to scout southeast.
All right.
And because he specializes in scouting, this should be pretty fast. I also got Littletown. Yeah, so all of the new beginnings milestones are now done. Cool.
Your orders?
All right, so now the berries are gone, and I can expand the farm field. Let me look at my pollution overlay. So don't go beyond about here. Like this, maybe. So maybe I'll have one vertical here and one vertical here, horizontal there. Can I get away with that? That's a little more radiated than I want. It's probably fine, but I'm going to be more safe than sorry. Because it is really annoying when you have to constantly decontaminate your farm fields from radiation. It's not fun to have to do that often. Oh, that's too close to radiation. Way too close. too bad you can't combine the overlays, because, you know, it would be helpful. I'm going to nudge that one more to the left. Right there. Come on. Go away. Over there.
We have bandits at the gate.
Oh, bandits at the gate. So this is a very good reason to have specialists sitting at home.
Huh?
Because you're... Well, actually, bandits at the gate, the specialists won't help. But here we go.
These people have clearly been through a lot. They look frail and are likely easy to overpower. The
Oh,
look on their faces makes it clear they're desperate enough to do anything.
so these aren't exactly bandits. These are just people that are very, very desperate. So we can give a lot of food, we can give a little food, or we can say we got nothing for you. We could also just go back to the colony view and ignore it, but we're going to have to resolve this sooner or later. So we can decide to be, you know, generous, or we can say, hey, you know, we really are only looking out for our own skin. And right now, we have a lot of food, we have a lot of venison, we have 128 venison in our colony, so we have enough to spare. And it looks like you guys want to share, so that's very kind of you. And we'll wrap that up. Give a lot of food. And they paid us for it. They paid us 300 coins for the food. So you don't have to resolve everything with combat. But
Yep.
I did send my specialist to go potentially murder them. So now I feel bad because I don't have to do that. So I'll send the specialist to start cleaning up the beetle carcasses. And that was just a tutorial tooltip about the raid. So this
Command.
fight is going to end in 8 hours. And my two specialists that are fighting this fight probably should heal after it, because they're both a little hurt. Oh, and hi. There's an enormous bear blowing up one of my scout towers. So I'm going to send Fangface
How may I
out
help
there to go fight it. Unfortunately for me, Fangface only does 9 damage. Spicy Jazz, I think, also does 9. Yep. Big
Reporting.
Nate does 12. And then Harry Larry does 25. So you can see when I got Harry Larry, I was like, darn. Because, you know, he's quite the heavy hitter for being only a scout. Alright, bear's dead.
Yes?
Harvest the bear. Good prime meat. Here's another farm field, and I don't have enough people to employ in it at the moment. I think what I'm going to do, given the amount of wood that I have, is fire one of my lumberyard people and put in a flax grower. So I have one of each crop, and then leave these two farm fields empty for later. Do I prefer this game Dam Zone? Yes. I absolutely do. I actually think this, most of the negative reviews on Steam for this game came from when it released early access really early on, when it was in a really rough shape. I would say it's probably mid-80s, in my opinion. It's more like a 85, not whatever 68 is at now. I mostly look at... I don't care about what critics say, because critics are always wrong. Critics are like, oh, Fallout 76 is amazing. It's like, amazingly garbage, you mean? Because you left out some words there. So I usually just look at Steam reviews, because I feel like they're probably closest to the way I feel. And the Steam reviews for this game were pretty low, but I think they're only low because it released way too early and had too many bugs. So there we go. Battle done. The person that participated in the battle, the one that we click on here, is the one that gets, like, locked up in, forced to loot the building. So I'm going to do that with Spicy Jazz. Actually, no, I'm going to do it with Big Nate.
All done the battle.
So Big Nate now will have no action points left over. And that gave us 30 mealworms. Gross. That's all they were protecting.
How may I help?
So I'm going to have Spicy Jazz head out to the museum
Can do.
to start to get more research so that we can unlock more research. And then
Mission
Harry
complete.
Larry did scout and revealed hangers and candy bars, as well as another bandit base. Let's continue scouting. I'm going to scout south now.
Can do.
We also have the opportunity to recruit another specialist. A fighter named Garrot. Well, this will be up to you. So, a move of 7, an attack of 25. They're basically just a fighter. They have 100 hit points. And it looks like you guys are going to want to recruit. So, if you're going to want to recruit, let me cue the giveaway. So, this fighter has the same attack as Very Hairy Larry, but slightly less movement speed, slightly more HP. And, okay, obviously you guys want this fighter, so recruit. This is about half my coins. Seems reasonable, though, to have a nice fighter. What that allows me to do is it allows me to send Fangface back out to the map tile to start scavenging, because they're obviously better at scavenging, and have Garrot stay behind and start harvesting the carcasses of previous kills, so that Fangface can start to scavenge for us, which is a better use of her skills.
Uh-huh. Yep. Ready.
So let's have you. What are we missing? We don't have a lot of antibiotics, so I'm going to have Fangface go out to gather antibiotics in case we have some sort of plague breakout. That will be useful. Because we have right now 27 medicine, 19 iodine pills, but only 2 antibiotics. We also have 23 tools and 23 clothes, so we're not hurting on tools and clothes. I don't have any weapons that I've found yet, so I'm not worried about the weapons. And candy bars are only a little bit of food. They're happy food, but I don't need that yet, just yet. So, antibiotics it is.
How may I help?
And Garrot. Harvest the bear. Might be a conflict of interest that you're voting about a new raffle. True, but... Oh, so we have our first colonist dying of old age. So let's go ahead and set up a burial pit. Even if they die of old age, you know, they're still... they still need to be buried. So I want to put the burial pit very, very, very far away. Because it is a polluter. This is probably farther away than I really need to put it, but I'm going to have it very far away so that it pollutes the middle of nowhere. And let's have you vote on next research now. So the choices here. We just got basic farming. So if you vote for food, I'll probably do communal eating. But with the caveat that I do need water pipes first. If you vote resources, I'll head to crowbars or handicraft. That will be left up to you. If you vote infrastructure, it's water pipes. If you vote community, it would be education. And if you vote safety, it would be frontier outposts. So you informed, know what you're voting on. Because I've had this colonist Freddy malnourished for a while now. They can survive being malnourished a while, and let me read this tooltip. Malnourishment is a serious condition that is triggered when a colonist's diet is severely lacking. Basic foods keep bellies full, but very low on nutrients. Every colonist needs to take care of their meat and vegetable intake. Eating both of these will keep the colonist healthy. Recovering malnourishment can be a slow process and demands that both food categories are available in the colony. So the malnourishment is just a trigger of me not having cooked complex foods. That's really all it is. And it will go away once I have cooked complex foods. So, we'll possibly work on that. I think what I'm going to do is temporarily fire the people working my lumberyard because I have 300 or almost 300 wood to have a second hauler who immediately started working somewhere else, I think. Yeah, I think they started working in the farm fields. I don't know what they are. I'm going to fire one of my hunting cabins. There we go. Now we have 2 colonists that are able to build. All right, Big Nate, you've got a whole bunch of resources on you. I'm going to have you head home, drop them off, and then redeploy.
Your orders?
Spicy Jazz, you're going to go to the museum so that we can actually get the research I want. And then Fangface,
All right.
let's get you
Sure thing.
getting the antibiotics.
Your orders.
Harry Larry,
Moving.
get that scouted. And we still have one more rat camp to go. And I'll probably send Harry, Larry, and Garrot out to the rat camp and have Spicy Jazz, or have Big Nate keep the home safe. So Garrot is about to switch with Big Nate.
Yes?
So Garrot, out to the map tile. And you guys want infrastructure. Okay, let's queue that up. Water pipes. I don't have enough science yet, but as soon as Spicy Jazz gets that museum researched, I'll have the science to unlock that.
Huh?
Alright, so here's Garrot. Garrot, you go out to this farm,
Showtime.
and we'll continue killing off the rats. And then Harry, Larry...
Ready.
How may I help you?
Actually, Fangface, you know what? Cancel your mission.
Aborting mission.
I'm going to have you join
Showtime.
Garrot, who should be raffled, right? Raffle timer is already out. Skyjacker. Alright, well, you'll be Garrot
All right.
when I can name Garrot. I can't name Garrot until
Can't do
he's
that.
home again, but, or she.
Yep.
Sounds like a female voice. As soon as she's home again, but Garrot and Fangface will take on the last rat bandit camp. Can I tell what they are guarding, though?
Uh-huh.
No. I don't know what they're guarding, so I'm just going to attack the closer one. And I think that will wrap up the attack the rats camps, the swarming rats quest that I've got going on.
What's up?
Whoa! Meteor strikes. And it hit the scout tower. Now, that also reminds me that my scout towers that I have out here, they're just about done scouting. So as soon as that hits 100%, I'm going to recall the scouts, and that will allow me to use them for other industries. Which will be very good. Barrow pit's done, and we'll have the that person haul the dead person away. I know I have dead in the streets. We're hauling them now. Now that I have the burial pit built.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think this is the body. Yep, this is the body. Thunk. Cause of death, old age. Perfect. And no, I don't think I have any other dead people, so I'm going to fire the person working in the burial pit, because I don't need them right now. Oops. Alright, Big Nate. Let's have you clean up the
Yep.
bear carcass. Water pipes are now done. And I'm going to pair water pipes. I'm not even going to vote for this one. I think you voted on water pipes so that I could get communal leading. Communal leading is a 250 research, so that takes a little bit longer for me to acquire the research for, but I have that queued up now.
Yes.
Right, Fangface
Attacking target.
and soon to be Skyjacker. Let's
Engaging
go
hostile.
fight.
Mission complete.
And Spicy Jazz just finished up research. Spicy Jazz joining the fight doesn't really change the balance of power all that much, so instead I'm going to have him do some surveying, trying to find other research spots.
Mission complete.
Harry Larry, what have you found? Another observatory and more tools.
Right away.
All right, keep surveying. Thank you for tuning in to Surviving the Aftermath, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to all my Patreon patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel, and also viewers like you. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.